Hi, and welcome back to Ethereal Aeons Activation. If you're new here, I am Leslie Demai, and I'm calling in all of those who are here for deep soul remembrance, all of those who are doing the inner alchemy. And you might have noticed that there has been an accelerated rate of transformation, but transformation is not easy. If you've been experiencing the build up or you're building yourself up, you're having the breakthrough moment, but then you're also having to break down. This is happening at an accelerated speed rate. And and I think it's because we are closing out an old cycle. There's a lot of things that are being completed right now, and there's new things coming to life, coming to birth. And one of those being the Kali Yuga. So we're closing that out. We've also just closed out Saturn in Pisces, coming in now to the first sign, so from the last sign to the first sign of Aries. So there's this completion. And it was pretty interesting because last night I had a dream about the World card, and that's the last major arcana in the tarot deck. Same thing, something's closing out and something new is happening. And it's actually a very positive card. And so I had a dream about it last night. And I was pulling cards for myself today, was shuffling and shuffling. I thought, okay, I'm going to pick my first card. And it was the World card. So there is a lot going on. As I was saying, transformation is not easy. So few of us are really walking this path. With transformation, depending on what theme you're working on, because I've noticed it's been happening in themes. So if you're conquering fear, if you're conquering kind of just apathy, or maybe you're conquering greed, maybe you're conquering lust, maybe you're conquering jealousy, whatever kind of theme it's under, you cannot take that with you if you're going to resonate at the new level that we're being called to resonate at. And so what's happening is it's kind of like if you want to make this ship out, if you want to make it to the dock on time and be on it, you can't take everything with you. So we're being asked again and again to respond differently to things. So it can feel chaotic when, like I said, it can seem like out of nowhere something comes up again after you just had your build up, your breakthrough. And so rest assured, this is actually a gift. This is a gift because you are conscious of it and you are aware. You're aware what's actually going on. This isn't something against you. This is something trying to be served the light. It's begging for your attention because it's been pretty intense. It is an intense journey. So if you're birthing something new, if you are coming into deep soul remembrance, it is because you're stripping away the old. So along with that, also time is speeding up. When the dimensions are merging, one's coming in, one's coming out, they're like time fluxes. So what used to feel like a week now feels like 4 days. And let me know in the comments if you've noticed that. It's known as the quickening, and it's been happening for years, but I have to say that the last 6 months, it's been this ongoing joke of like, happy Friday again. Happy Friday. And as for myself, I live off grid. So I don't really have the typical schedule and, the 9 to 5 type of thing. But even so, it's been like that for me here too. So I cannot say it's just because I'm on this daily grind that's pretty predictable and I live, you know what I mean? It's not even because of that. So I feel like taking care of what I have to take care of out here, that's all you can do. You can't really fit in as much as you used to. So priority must be taken. You must be your own priority. You must take priority with this if you are to make it into the new timeline. If you can't make it to the new timeline, you're tied down to the old Foss layover. And that's what's being ripped away. The veil is being slowly, it's disintegrating. You're disrobing of that. And so actually, yeah, it's a disrobing and shedding the layer. And so it's actually a gift, like I said, even though it feels so intense and it's not easy. Few people walk this path. But if you're walking it, own it. If you're walking it, you're not doing it because it's something you have to do. It's something you get to do. And it's really deeply personal to you. It's incredibly personal. And a lot of it is going to be triggers that you're encountering in your external reality from people. It could be in relationships. It can also be things if you are still associated to a lot of like the mainstream type of stuff. I'm sure you're probably getting triggered there as well. And this cannot be. We cannot allow ourselves any longer to be rocked so to the core where it completely brings you in to the wounded child ego. We cannot do that anymore. But realize that whatever is coming up is begging for your attention. And so I have a lecture style coming up about how to engage and work through triggers in your life. And it's pretty simple in terms of how I'm going to break it down. Doing it and embodying it takes practice, but it's going to help you to move along all of this a lot more smoothly so that it doesn't stick as long, so that we don't take it so personally and we actually get to the core of what's actually happening. This is how you become fluid at being the inner alchemist. And so that's going to be quite interesting. I'm really excited to share that with you guys because it's something that I've started to do. It's a formula that I've started to work through so that when it happens, I go straight into it. That's going to be really, really, really helpful for a lot of you. How to work through the triggers, how to approach it, and especially what not to do. I think that we have been heavily conditioned to approach these things a certain way, which causes an extensive amount of energy drainage. And so you, as the inner alchemist, building up your energy with all of your practices only to have it drained again and restart. We don't have to approach it that way anymore. And so that's what we are going to go over. Let me know if this has been a very real thing for you. It has been for myself, and it's been actually pretty transformative because it gets to the point where divine intelligence is pointing it out so obvious. It's actually, I don't want to say comical because again, it is something, that requires, it requires a lot of soul to get through, but it's basically saying, come on, we have to clear this out now. There's no other time. Let's go. Let's merge into this new time and do so in a way where we're living our highest version, where we are in communion with our highest version and where our highest timeline is available. It's not going to be available in the old world. So it's pretty great. It's pretty great overall. I know that for myself personally, I wasn't quite sure what was actually happening at first. I kind of just thought, oh, it's happening again. I'm just having a breakdown. No, that's not what's happening. I'm getting the opportunity to clear this out. And it's because we're ready. We are ready to do this. We have all of the tools. We're up to bat. It's time to use the tools and not get stuck in the emotional ego, wounded ego child aspect, but to really begin to explore this in a way that is precise and it closes up a healing session within us. Like it closes up a wound, it brings back part of the soul. And so that's what we're going to talk about. The lecture, it should be up pretty soon. I would say no later than next weekend. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. And I would love your comments below. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how you're moving through this. I will see you guys very soon.